What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today we are taking a look at a Kaiser that I have never checked out before. This is the Matt Kuchera Kaiser Dukes. Now this is going to be out of their Vanguard line. You'll get your standard Kaiser box, the tray, the paperwork, the microfiber cloth. Now this is an interesting little design to me. The Kaiser Dukes. It's going to be a flipper only, almost more like a little gentleman style knife. Nicely centered. Pocket clip is going to be lower mounted, but it should make for easy in, easy out of the pocket. Flipper design. You have this pattern on this G10. It's like a red and black finish. It looks good. You have these ridges here that are going to provide a little bit of texture and some grippage. Yeah, they actually provide a nice amount of grippage. You have your pivot and 2 body screws, and then 2 body screws, 2 clip screws. Let's check those while I am taking a look at this guy. It looks like T6, 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 and then your pivot is going to be T8. T8. Nope. T8. Yes, T8. So you got T8 and T6. Pop this off, pop these off, and you should be into the knife there. You do have steel liners, circular internal milling in there. This thing is got a beautiful detent on it as well. It has a nice satin finish blade. It looks very good. The camera does it some justice, but this thing looks pretty damn good. Nice drop point blade. It's going to be a nice little Gent carry. It's a very thin blade. Nice and smooth. The detent, guys, is tuned to perfection. Oh, if you don't give it anything, if you just come down on it, it's flying out. But if you intentionally flip this guy, she is coming out a hellin'. Pretty comfortable. Like I said, this is going to be more of like a gentleman's secondary carry. I can get a full grip on this guy, but it's a cramped grip, I have to say. I am, a little cramped on this guy. But, I can get 3 on it very comfortably and then kind of let the 4th one kind of just rest wherever. But this isn't something I would, hard use or abuse anyway. It's such a small gentlemanly style knife. You're going to be getting N690 on the steel. Like I said, this is going to be in Kaiser's, pretty ultra budget range. You're going to get 2 3/4 of cutting edge, 3 inches of total edge, and then about 7 1/8 to the bottom there. So not a big knife at all, which means this guy should not weigh that much. You do have steel liners that are inset into the scales, so that's a nice touch. It keeps it clean. Yeah, you're coming in at like 2.6, so a very ultra lightweight blade here. Why don't we go ahead and while we're doing a spec check, we'll check that blade stock here, and we are coming down around 100 thousandths. So pretty thin blade stock. How about we'll pick a random spot here on the edge. And we are looking at coming down around 10 thousandths in that particular spot. So she is pretty thin. How about the handle thickness? Coming in at 0.44, we'll call it. 0.44, so not very thick at all. Let's go ahead and we will throw it up against a couple of different knives here. We have the Para 3. We have the PM2. Pair 3 is fairly close. We have the Hogue Deca here. We also have the Hogue RSK, which is going to be quite a bit bigger. We also have the 20.5 here. And I don't know why this is out here, but we'll throw it up against it anyway. The Griptilian. Benchmade Griptilian. So it's going to be quite a bit smaller than most of these. I would say the Deca is the closest, and even that is a little bit bigger. So it's, it's a smaller knife. More of a secondary gentleman's carry, in my opinion. I think it's a clean looking knife. It looks good. It looks clean. The action is good on it. That flipper tab, if you like flippers and you like budget-ended flippers, this is going to be a good option to take a look at. Look at that thing. Woo-hoo-hoo, baby. The detent on this, guys, is to die for. They dialed this one in. Especially for the push button. I'm just pushing here. Oh, my goodness. And then the light switch works very well as well. But doing the push button, you really get on it. Really get on it. Lockup is like 25% or so. You do get pretty good access to that liner. They didn't chamfer it or nothing. Maybe a small chamfer. Yeah, small. But easy to get to, easy to disengage. Plenty of room to get in there. This thing, you could fidget with this thing for days, especially if you like flippers. Drops to your nail, little shake shut. It's got decent sounds. You got a positive open, positive lockup, and then on the close, nice positive click. Yep, nice positive click on that guy. So, action's good, sounds are good for a liner lock. We'll go ahead and check to see how that edge came. Now, this particular version, I'm seeing that it's coming in like right around 69 bucks. But everywhere I seem to look, these are not in stock. I think I might have found one place they were in stock. But I don't know if this is a discontinued model from Kaiser. I didn't think it was, but I could be wrong. But, even if they are out of stock and can't get them anymore, maybe somebody is looking at these on the secondary or whatever. So they come in around 60 bucks new, like between 60 and 70. So for N690, satin finished, good build, Kaiser build. That's not a bad price. Why don't we check it on some cardboard here? It didn't seem that great on the magazine paper, but that's not always telling. That is not, the end-all, be-all test for a knife as far as the edge and how sharp it is. It seems to be pretty good. Pretty good. Not too shabby. Let me see here. Yeah, it feels... It needs touched up, for sure. But it's got, a decent working edge on it. Why don't we check how she'll carry? Slide in here. You have that nice spoon there that kind of flares up. So you will have a little bit sticking out of the pocket there. But that's the way a lower mounted clip works. And the reason they do that, the reason there's designs like that, and the reason there's companies that do this, is so that you can get it in and out of pocket a lot easier. A deep carry clip, you know, is going to be in the pocket deeper, therefore meaning, you know, it could be a little harder to get to. And also, the deeper the carry and the deeper the clip, when you go to pull it out, you'll be squeezing on the top of that clip when you pull it out. Now, sometimes that doesn't affect anything. You know, it's still just as easy, but other times it does. This seems to go in and out of pocket very, very easily. And we have the lock check to do, baby. Got the Kaiser Dukes here. We got the spine whacker. Check up by the tip. Check down by the tang. One more. Two more. Yeah, she's solid. She's solid, baby. She is solid. That's great. That's really nice. Touch up the edge, you know, give it a little strop. N690 is not a super steel. It's not the best steel in the world, but it's a decent steel. N690 is decent. You know, especially in this price range. You have a nice, useful drop point blade, so going to be very useful. You have a nice little bit of straight, little bit of belly here. Great detent, decent ergos. It's going to carry decently. The red and black G10 looks clean. It looks good. These ridges are pretty unique. Yeah, I would like to see T8s, but I think this came out, you know, quite a while ago, back when everyone was using T6 on everything. So can't really harp on that too much. And you have solid lockup on this guy. So you put a little edge on this guy, and this thing is going to be good to go, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this guy here. Do you have one? Have you looked at these before? What do you think of Kaiser? What are you carrying today? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you head out. If you're new to the G-Ball Vision channel, hit that subscribe button down below the video, or when the G-Ball Vision logo pops up in the center of your screen. I would love to have you here. I'm going to throw up 3 different videos here, here, and here. Go check one of those out, and I will catch you guys on the next one, baby.